Hey everyone, welcome to the second Fortuna AMA, where we plan to regularly connect with the Fortuna's core team, ask them a few questions, and get everyone updated on all the things that are going on with the Fortuna project. We're joined today by CEO Brian Cai, and we have a lot of questions sourced from the Fortuna community, and we'll see how many we can get through. So, hey Brian, could you maybe give a quick introduction of who you are, and then perhaps a quick introduction of what Fortuna is?
Sure. Hello, guys. My name is Brian, and I graduated from Yale University, majored in computer science, and earned my master's degree in 2011. And after that, I beginning my career in financial industry instead of the computer science industry. I do investment banking, supply finance, family trusts, cash management, private banking, and so on. And I have worked at London, Hong Kong, Shanghai, and Hangzhou because my wife is a native in Hangzhou, and I worked in Hangzhou currently. And I began the project, which is called Fortuna, in last year, around August. Yeah, around August. And what is Fortuna is going to do is wanted to provide a blockchain-based solution for the OTC global derivative markets to eliminate, helping the individual investors and the institutional investors to trade with each other in a trustless platform, and can help them to control the counterparty risk and improve the operational efficiency of markets. That's what basically Fortuna do. Yeah.
Nice. Very ambitious project, of course. So thanks for the introduction, and we'll try to turn this into a quick and snappy AMA. I think our current ambition is to do one approximately every month or so. But yeah, let's just get started. So you mentioned Fortuna is going to be playing in the OTC derivatives market, but of course Fortuna currently has a large footprint in the cryptocurrency space. So how will regular OTC traders who don't use or have any cryptocurrency hear of Fortuna?
Yeah. Mm, this is a very good question. From my view, within the crypto token era, there are two kinds of players. The first type is somebody want to provide some infrastructure for the crypto token world, such as somebody want to build some public chain for people to use, right? And second type is some people want to utilize the blockchain technology system to solve the real problems in the realistic commercial world. And these two types of players requires two different, skill sets. The first thing you need to is a PR thing. You should do marketing within the crypto token, which means you need to pay a lot of money to attend a lot of a blockchain forum to get more people to know you, and pay a lot of money to get listed on the big exchange, famous exchange, to let more people to buy your crypto. So that's typically what's happening currently in the crypto. And then the second player, they want to use the blockchain technology to solve the core problem of the real commercial world, which means they require them to have the ability to do the normal marketing of a normal products in the real world. Not only for the financial products, but also for any products can solve the core problems within the commercial world. So which means the only possible way to do it is you have a very, very strong team in the original industry. For example, Fortuna has a very, very strong team from the financial industry, from the financial derivative industry. Actually, we are talking about cooperation with the how to say it, the director of derivative department of Credit Suisse in United States, and he wanna attend our team. So that's what we basically do. We absorb more elites, more powerful people, more professionals within this era, which have resources, skill sets, and the professional experience within this era, which will enable us to utilize the new blockchain system to solve the traditional problem within blockchain or within the derivative markets. That's what we do. So a little, a small advice. There are too many ICO projects in the market, right? So if they want to do the basic, the first type, they want to do the first type thing, and you want to judge it. So just one, advice for Fortuna, fans. If you want to invest in something to provide an infrastructure for the crypto token world, the most important thing is actually the PR things. Yeah. So more people know it, more people buy it, which will add more value to the crypto token. But the second level, the second type of the players you want to invest, which is a valuable investor, the thing you want to focus is how they want to utilize the blockchain technology to solve the real problem in the commercial world, which means they have at least they have two layers of abilities. The first layer is to utilize the blockchain system to provide some feasible products. Second, they have a very, very deep understanding of the core problems of the traditional markets, whatever it is, financial markets, derivative markets, or it is just game market. So the team's expertise is the key. Yeah.
And do you feel like you already have absorbed enough elites for your first year, or will you always keep absorbing?
Long way to go. Long way to go.
That's very natural, I think. In the beginning of your advice, you also mentioned that a platform like this will require institutional investors. So what is the greatest challenge for kind of a new platform like Fortuna in onboarding institutional investors?
The key problems for institutional investors to use a new platform, especially it's a new, it's a branding new conceptual platform based on blockchain. There are two barriers for people in the financial institution to utilize this platform. The first thing is they should know the value of the blockchain. So which means the education is very important. That's why I go around. Actually, tomorrow I will go to Beijing to have a roadshow to the top financial institutions, which is the several largest securities companies in Beijing, and their leader. I will have a keynote speech to them, to tell them the innovation of the Fortuna, the innovation of the blockchain. So the education is a slow way, but it's necessary.
Yeah.
This is the first key. The second key is the user experience of the platform, because institutional investors are very, very professional in this era, and they use a lot of good platforms which could provide very, very good and professional user experience to them, which means you not only provide a platform, but also a lot of tools like professional trading software, like some other things. So that's why we want to, publish two different editions of Black Friday. The first edition is a professional edition, so which will have a lot of tools. But if you are not a professional investor, you are not familiar with them, and you are sick of using them because it's too complicated. You don't get an idea what's the purpose of these tools. Yeah, and we will publish second edition, which is light edition, for the long tail market, for the retail market, for people to use the light edition of Black Friday to trading options within crypto token era, to trading options within stock areas. So that's what we basically do. We separate and provide two different platforms for different target customer base.
And are you launching both versions already with the initial launch of Black Friday, or will they separate later?
The public, yeah, that's the way. We want to do the hard parts and switch to the easy parts. It's what we basically do. Actually, FOTA is a public chain. We are not only, we are not on, our ambition is not limited within the OTC direct market. Our ambition is we want to build a financial public chain to be the number one financial public chain, basically in Asia or around the world. But it's just for financial area because we have expertise and a deep understanding of the financial market. We know what they need, and we know what blockchain can do, what blockchain cannot do.
Yeah, that's very well said.
So this is the ambition, but this is what we do. So the first thing we do is the direct trading, which is the hardest part because we need to build a quant library. We need to have a trading system design ability, and we have blockchain, developers. It requires a lot of ability to develop this platform. That's our style. So we want to. So we want to do the hard parts, then we switch to easy parts. So the first edition would be a professional edition, which means a lot of the Fortuna fans, when they get into the professional edition, they will find a lot of the things they are not familiar with. But we will publish our light edition.
Right, and is that where is that on the timeline? So if the professional edition launches very soon, then when can Longtail investors expect the light version?
Actually, the timeline would be Q3.
Yeah.
We will publish our light edition. Actually, you know what? Just half a month ago, we just decided to change our roadmap. If you read our roadmap very, very carefully, you will find in April we only publish a demo, which is a mimicry, mimicry all the things, but it's a demo. It's not a real product that you can trade the real things. But half a month ago, we decided we need to bring up a real product. And just after half a month, we have a real product.
Yeah.
So the developing ability is very fast. So the roadmap, we will we will I think we will be faster than our roadmap.
Well, that's always good, right? Under promise, over deliver. So once the platform is up and running, we've already discussed a little bit. So what will be decisive factors for Fortuna's success? So you have things like partnership with large OTC derivatives players. You mentioned education, user experience. It could be things like government backing or licenses. So what are like the key success factors for Fortuna, assuming you build an awesome platform?
So assuming we have built a good platform, and what's the key? What's the vital thing of Fortuna, right? I think it is, there are two vital things. The first thing is marketing, definitely. Nobody use your diamond as a ship. Right? So that's how the world works, right? So marketing is very, very important. So we want to use our money to marketing for the products, not marketing for FOTA. You know what? People always ask me to do more marketing about FOTA, but they don't know the true value or the final price of FOTA depends on our products, because the FOTA is a platform-based token, which means it is used on our platform. If we cannot produce a good platform, the FOTA is nothing. And yeah, the FOTA is nothing. And if we can build a very, very good platform and a lot of people use it, you know, the biggest exchange for FOTA would be Fortuna itself, not Binance, not Polynesia, but Fortuna itself, right?
Yeah.
So why we use such a lot of money to get listed on exchange or to do marketing for FOTA? What is FOTA? Why you should buy FOTA? We should save money to do marketing for the products, to absorb more people to provide user experience, good user experience, and absorb more people to trading derivatives on our platform. The second vital thing is what? Is you should have product provide-ability.
Yeah.
Because we are not OKEX, we are not JEX. We have the ability to providing the options like BTC options, like Ethereum options, like EOS options for people to use options. You know, futures, people are very familiar with futures, but you know what? From my view, futures in crypto world is a very bad thing actually. It's not very, because it's 7 multiplied 24 hours, which means your margin could bust during your sleep. Your margin could bust during your sleep, even if the US, the price of the US go up, but you have lose your money. You already lose your money during your sleep. It's not like a stock exchange. They will close during your sleep, right? You have a good sleep, then you do trade. You can have a margin call and you deposit more money into the margin. It's 24 hours.
Yeah.
So which means individual investor cannot handle it. Only professional team can handle it. They have 24-hour, market to market. Yeah. They see the market, right? So for individual investors, for long-tail investors, what they need for derivatives, I think the best thing is options, which means you have the options to buy the EOS at a fixed price, at a fixed date. But you can choose not to buy, and you can choose to buy. It depends on you, and it can regardless of the fluctuation during the dates.
Yeah.
Only as long as you can judge the direction right. Yeah. Within the area, there's one moment that the EOS price is higher than your strike price, and you buy a bullish options. You can earn the money.
Yeah.
You are not worried during your sleep. Sleep well and earn the money. Yeah.
That's the dream, right?
But option is very hard to do. Why you cannot see a lot of options? Actually, currently, there are only BTC options. There are no Ethereum options. There are no EOS options. Why? Because options, there's a thing called option premium.
Yeah.
So which means you need to pay how much money to buy an option. That's the key. If the price is too high, it's nonsense. But if the price is too low, for the seller, it will cost them a lot of money, right? So the balance, the pricing ability, it is the Quant library. It is the Quant modeling to do. Actually, it is the majority people in Wall Street do. So that's what we are basically do, to bring the Wall Street ability into crypto token world, to provide more valuable options for people to use to hedge their risk or to do leverage investing and sleep well.
Very noble ambition to make people sleep well and earn money. You already mentioned things like the BTC options. other kinds of underlyings. But how do you see the kind of your range of offerings progress over time? So you might start with the basics like BTC options, but what is your roadmap when you look at your product?
Okay. There are, for the product roadmap, there are two ways. The first way is underlying. We will, expand our underlying assets for different options. The second way is for the deal structures for the derivative. So the first way is we will provide BTC option, then Ethereum option, then repo, then BCH, then EOS. The top six, the top six, the top six market value crypto token will provide. And then we will open a new area, which is very, very exciting, stock option. Which means a great customer base will bring into Fortuna platform. Not only the millions of persons within the crypto token world, but also the billions of people within the stock investing world. And then the second way for the deal structures, we will the first series we will provide binary option, and we will provide a European option, and we will provide American option, and we will provide 5 more different options combinations based on these 3 basic options like iron butterfly, and binary composition, you name it. It will be more than 10 options for people to use. And by the way, at the final stage, we will provide the future things. Some people just want to take risk, and some people just want professional teams to do futures trading, and we will provide the future platform for people to use. But the first thing we want to do is provide options for people to earn money and while sleeping well.
Yeah. And do you ever see a future where Fortuna could support a trade where the underlying is a physical asset, basically?
Underlying assets could be physical assets, but the settlement way is only cash settlement.
Yeah.
We can accept physical settlements for current stage. Yeah.
I understand. And do you ever see that happening, or is it unlikely because we're basically dealing with a digitized form of everything?
Yes. Yeah. This is not about Fortuna. This is not about
no, of course,
block technology. It is about the ecosystem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, makes a lot of sense. So you mentioned things like European options, US options, these type of things. So which markets are you targeting first? And I think for some of them you might even need a license. So how are those license requests going?
The market we want to focus on is United States and Asia. But the first market is definitely the Chinese market.
Yeah.
Because I bring up a lot of examples within our white paper about Chinese market, right? So the major part for us at the first beginning would be the Chinese market. Yeah.
Yeah, I understand. So we're starting with the Chinese market, and then I think I talked to ZT around a month ago. He mentioned things like Dubai and maybe like follow-up markets. But do you always need a license to operate Fortuna in these markets, or how does that work?
Sure. You know what? A lot of people have the license and they want to cooperate with us because we have the tech, we have the team. Yeah, this is the key. So backward to the first beginning, I see the most vital thing is the people.
Yeah.
We need to use the money absorbing more professional people. The license is not a problem. they don't require us to buy a license. We can operate with somebody, and we provide the technology, and we can build a platform together, and they offer the license.
Yeah.
Even they can offer the money. We only offer the technology. We can build a platform within this market, like Dubai, like other market.
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
the first step is the first step is the key. Is they want to see whether we can build a professional platform or not. So this is the key. The product is the key. If you cannot building a very good product, then there will be no license. There will be no restrictions for you. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, well, yeah, exactly. There will be no anything.
Yeah.
I have a question from Louis Kang. He mentions the Quant library that we already briefly touched upon. He says the Quant library isn't mentioned in the white paper, but yeah, I get a huge impression that it will have a very significant role in the Fortuna architecture. Can you share a little bit more about QuantLib? So what is QuantLib? What does it function? And how will it be used on the Fortuna platform?
To put it in simple, Quant library is just like it's just like a calculator. You input some parameters, input some data, it will come out a number. This number is what? This number is the price of the options.
Yeah.
The price of the option premium. And we will have a backward platform to monitoring our our position, our risk, to change the price of the options. This is a very, very complicated things. Actually, different options and a different underlying assets are totally different quant library. So
Right.
the quant library is a very, very vital thing to do it. But you know what? Why we don't put the quant library within our white paper? Because Fortuna is not about the quant library. The quant library is just about Black Friday, because the Black Friday finally Black Friday will be a store as for the Fortuna. Fortuna is a marketplace, is a blockchain-based marketplace for people to open their own store to sell their own options and derivatives. And the Black Friday would be the first store built on the Fortuna platform. So that's why we want to build an in-house Black Friday people to use, and when the Fortuna come out, and we will switch our Black Friday onto Fortuna.
Yeah. I see what you mean. So you're really building Fortuna is kind of a huge, like you say, public chain in finance ecosystem, also inviting maybe other shops, and then you are building the first and maybe best shop on top of it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely.
Makes a lot of sense. Yeah, we already talked about Black Friday a little bit, so I have another question from the community. It says, well, congratulations on the website. The new one looks very nice. And they're curious what other types of marketing we can expect in the coming months. So earlier we already talked about it's a waste of money to market FOTA. We need to market the product, right? And then the currency will follow. But what are you planning for the company or for the product marketing-wise?
Thank you for the comments on our official website. Actually, after the publishment of our new website, one of my friends, which have a very famous blockchain project, he came to us and asked me a question. Do you find some agents to help you building your new website? If you have the agents, please give me the contact. And I give them, and I give him my contact because it's built in-house.
Yeah.
I mean the taste of the new official website is very good, and I like it very much too. And actually, in this week, we will have mobile version of our new official website. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So next to the website, what else can we expect? Because sometimes when I'm talking to the community, people are like, "Oh wow, Black Friday is coming this week," and it's a huge achievement. And we see in the crypto space a lot of unimportant achievements getting hyped for months and months and months, and then it's nothing. And it seems like you are sometimes the opposite, where you are doing these amazing things, and then we just announced them a few days before. It's like, hey guys, we're launching the first OTC derivatives testnet. Basically, it's like, oh wow, this is absolutely huge. But yeah, but sometimes it can be a little bit under the radar. So what are you planning for the future?
Okay. As I said in the weekly update, why we want to do the Black Friday, not only bring up a product for the community, to show people the ability. It's a childish thing to do. Yeah, the real reason for us to do it is we want to utilize the iteration methods of the internet world.
Yeah.
The software industry switch to the internet industry. The key thing for the switch to traditional software to the internet software is they want to do A/B version tests to get the user feedback and do iteration very, very fast. So that's why we want to publish our Black Friday as soon as possible, because we want to get the feedback from users to do some iterations, especially for the light version.
Yeah.
Especially for the light version. That's why we, publish our light version maybe in Q3, because we need to collect a lot of the user feedbacks. So we will have a compensation plan for people to give us a very, very good user feedback. If we adopt the feedback, and we will, give you the full time.
Nice. So there's a rewards.
Yeah, and the second thing is we want people to earn the money within our platform. You trading the options, and we will do some marketing things for people to show off how much money they earned through Fortuna, and they will get Fortuna, and to absorb more people to use Fortuna to trading or buying options.
Yeah, I understand.
The magic of the option is what? The magic of the option is you pay the option premium. That's done. That's the biggest loss you have.
Yeah.
Nothing to lose afterwards. The only thing you can expect is you can earn the money or nothing.
Yeah.
You will not lose the money. The only thing you need to do is pay something to buy a thing. This thing could be zero and it could be something. It's kind of like a lottery, right? So it's a very, very good user experience for retail investors to buy options instead of the futures to stick to the desktop, and they're very nervous for people to lose the money.
Yeah.
If they have a market call and you should deposit more money into it, well, it's a very hard time. We want people to be happy and earn the money.
Makes a lot of sense. So when you're looking at Black Friday or Fortuna in general, of course, we're already in a very exciting time where you're almost going to deploy the single node version of Black Friday. But what is the most exciting development happening with Fortuna right now? Is it the upcoming release of Black Friday, or what really makes you the most enthusiastic?
Yeah, I'm very excited about the Black Friday actually, because I want to see the user feedback for the Black Friday, and which will change our plan, not only for the platform function but also for the option products roadmap. Yeah, that's what we are excited about. And you know what? We can earn some money through the Black Friday. So every people know there will be winter. The winter is coming, right? The winter is coming, and if the team want to survive, if the team want to build the real things, the first thing they need to do is to survive. To survive is not only using the people, using the money through the IC or this is the fixed amount.
Yeah.
The thing you need to do is you have the ability to earn the money and provide the values, right? That's how you can, let the core members of the Fortuna can have a living and continue doing things for the community, for the world.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense.
So I always tell my league, winter's coming. Be prepared.
Thanks so much. That's all we have time for, and look forward to talking again next month.
Have a nice day.
Yeah, you too. Bye-bye.